everybody. May God be with us today for this reaction or whatever you believe in. And may we do this right. May everything be perfect, and may we finish off on a high note so I can just move on to listening to some R&B today. I'm in the mood. What up, YouTube? My name is Riz Ill, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. And today I am going to be doing another first time reaction, but this time it's not a suggestion. I am mixing it up again, and I want to react to Robin Williams, the late Robin Williams, RIP. Honestly, one of the most important figures of my childhood, but unlike other important figures, I don't think he was as mentioned in terms of his work. Like, we just watched his movies and knew his work, but we didn't revere him like we revered other people in terms of the comedic space, let alone like all the other spaces, like, you know, the action movies with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Van Damme, and who else? What you call Steven Seagal, Chuck Norris. And then in the comedic space, we revered, you know, the Jim Carreys, the Rowan Atkinsons, and honestly, Robin Williams was a prominent figure, you know, with the Jumanji, with the Mrs. Doubtfire, all of that shit. And we never really talked about this guy or really gave him his props, honestly, in my spaces. I don't know about you guys, and I feel like he was too important not to like give him a look. So today I'm going to give him a look because I watched most of his movies. I have some of his movies, but I have never seen this guy do stand up, and apparently he was a really good comedian before like jumping into movies and all, like all other comedians. So without further ado, let's get to it and let's see what this really talented soul had to say when he was still with us. This one is titled what's it called? Alcohol and Marijuana. It's live at the Met. Let's get to it.
Damn. A little sip of Perrier here. I had to stop drinking alcohol because I used to wake up nude and hood of my car with my keys in my ass. Not a good thing. Hi, can I help you? No, thanks. It's just flooded. I'll be okay. Beautiful, baby. Beautiful, yeah. Because you're sucked into drinking beer by believing it's a healthy thing. All these beer commercials usually show big men, manly men doing manly things. You've just killed a small animal. It's time for a light beer. Why not have a realistic beer commercial? What's the realistic thing about beer where you go, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. You've just pissed on a dumpster. It's Miller time. It's a scary thing because you realize the first purpose of alcohol is to make English your second goddamn language. Eventually, you may be quite fluent. You may be a Nobel Prize physicist. After maybe 9, 10 Heinekens, you're going, you're speaking fluent drunkenese. Bravo. Next thing you know, you get a couple more beers, you've got a friend in a headlock going, I love you, little fucker, I love you. That's the kind of love I have for you, baby, God damn it. And you work your way beyond beer. You go beyond beer, you start into wine. For the very elegant people, a lot of people who are very elegant are in Montauk going, damn it, I wish I could have been there, but no, I'm not. Some people who have, you know, I don't know whether they have the red wine with the fish or the chicken. What's it matter, asshole? They're dead. The chicken's not going to reach up from the plate and go, the red wine. It's over with. No, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about puy-foussé or pussy-foussy. I'm talking about Mad Dog 2020. You know, the very elegant wine, the type of wine with a lovely screw top, a bottle of which after you can actually see vapor trails as people pass you. How you doing? You've gone too far, and you must pay your dues. This is why I had to give up alcohol, because you have to pay the next day. Pray, dear Lord, please don't hurt me now. Here you are lying in bed, and you feel like the scene from the movie The Fly going, help me, help me. The entire room is spinning like a roulette wheel. Place your bets, place your bets. And there's the old toilet in the corner going, talk to me. And you try and walk slowly, but you feel like the elephant man in a car wash. There's things in front of you like the stuff that scares the water off cars. You can't do it. Even your dog's looking at you like, you wouldn't believe the shit you said to me last night. I had to back out of the room. I was that scared. You promised me an evening with Lassie, you lying bastard. Yes, you've got an alcoholic problem. You do. And the worst part is there are times when you drink so much you don't remember what you've done the night before. And you get those little phone calls where people let you know. What? Yeah? Really? I took a dump in your tuba? Oh, my God, he said sit in with the band. I'm sorry. Oh, God, it's over. Oh, don't you see it's all over? God damn it. And then the next thing you know, there you are at Betty Ford Hospital going, I'm fine now. I'm a reformed alcoholic. I feel so much better about myself. I'm fine. No, you have that double vodka. I'll be over in the corner kicking the cat. I realized when I became a reformed alcoholic, I said, hey, I'm the same asshole. I just have fewer dents in my car. And then there are your friends who smoke marijuana going, John, man, alcohol's a crutch. Really? Really, Captain Herbalife? Really? God. You just macrameed your ass into the couch and you're giving me shit? Remember when you get so stoned you can actually see a fly in space going, And when you get stoned, your discretion goes out the window. You could be eating kitty litter going, this is crunchy, man. And the horrible thing is people who get stoned try and get their animals stoned to make them feel better. It's not bad enough that you proved that Darwin was wrong. You're going to take the whole family with you. There's your dog going, please don't do this to me. I've just learned to lick my own genitals. Leave me alone. Don't do this to me. And your dog, you go, hey, Farfel. Dog, whoa, my tail, my tail. Don't do it. Don't push him back down the food chain. Don't do that. And don't mess with your cat because he's looking at you like, give it your best shot, man. I've been doing catnip since the day I was goddamn born. Come on, you blow it in his face. He said, all of a sudden he's Ram Kitty. He looks at you like the first thing I'm gonna do, man, is climb you like a goddamn curtain. Then the double dismount. Then 15 times around the house real quick. Scare the shit out of the kid. Then outside by the window making this noise. Like a baby in a blender. And you're inside stone going, oh, God, help me now. And the next thing is you start to get hungry. You think you can leave the house, you liar. You think, I'm gonna be fine, man. I've got to leave the house. I'm gonna be okay. If you could just find your goddamn feet, yeah, you'll be okay. Then you think you can drive. You think, yeah, I'll be okay. I'll drive, I'll be okay. And you have one of those new Japanese cars where you open the door and it goes, your door is open. And if you're stoned, you're going, I knew that. So you get in the car, you think, yes, I've got it. The keys, okay, fine. The keys, fine. Okay, reverse, fine, okay. Then you're going down the freeway, you think you're traveling at light speed. You think Scotty's sitting next to you going, Jim, you can't push it any faster. It's just a Chevrolet, Jim. Don't drag it over the edge. Your hair's blowing in the wind, and the window isn't even open. You're that stoned. You turn on the radio. You understand everything, yeah. Suddenly on the radio, man stoned on freeway. How do they know? How do they know? God damn it. I'm okay, I'm fine. Suddenly in the rearview mirror, red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. How patriotic, yeah. Shit, the police. Eat everything in the ashtray. Eat everything in the ashtray. Oh, God, oh, pull it over, pull it over. All of a sudden you start rehearsing. What seems to be the problem, officer? What seems to be the problem, officer? What seems to be the problem? I'm fine. What seems to be the problem? Nice day, officer. What seems to be the problem? Usually, you're stopped by a motorcycle cop. He gets off his bike like, God, am I incredibly well endowed. I'll get your door. There you go. From inside your car comes this Colombian sauna, like, suddenly he's going, I'm hungry, I don't know why. You're looking at him. You've rehearsed your line. What seems to be the problem? What seems to be the problem? You look at him and go, and as you look at him, his face turns into a cheeseburger. You lunge. Next thing you know, you end up in a cell going, please don't hurt me. But the truth is, you wake up and you're still on the couch at home. You've never left. You're still there.
Oh wow, man. First, before I say what, I hope I don't forget what I wanted to say about this entire thing. This whole time I was marveling at his whole style of like comedy because honestly, it feels like he's giving like a fast mathematical lesson. He reminds me of my mathematics teachers back in school. Every single one of them was Indian, so of course they were talking that fast, and like he sort of reminds me of them like trying to teach while also like what you call entertaining at the same time. Well, they weren't trying to entertain, but he's entertaining at the same time while showing his obvious intelligence. Um, should I start with the weed or the alcohol? Let me start with the thing that I've actually done, which is like smoked weed. In terms of weed, one, I have advocated, not advocated, but I have said honestly, honestly, weed is fine, man. Weed is fine. Before I start, weed is fine in terms of just it takes all your aggression away and it just mellows you out. Um, and that's the one thing for me that there was sort of like a positive and a negative in terms of like taking weed or smoking weed. It took away my aggression, it took away my thoughts, which I think a lot, and it just made me just exist in the now. I'm always in the past and in the future, and I'm only in the present when I'm working. Honestly, guys, I'm always in the past and the future. My thoughts are just always just constantly going, but weed just took that shit out. And I'm also like naturally like an aggressive person. I always have been, not violently aggressive, just naturally aggressive. And then weed, aggression has always been my safety blanket, and weed just took that shit out, and I was in danger. Because like especially like in college, going through the city, you could easily be a mark in terms of Durban, South Africa. You could easily be a mark of people see, oh, that guy, we can rob him, and then they approach you and then start talking to you, and then like testing to see whether you're weak or you're whatever. Now, aggression is my safety blanket. So the one time they caught me when I was high, and it was the first time I smoked weed, at I think 21 years old or so, 20, 21 years old, and I was like, shit. I can't fight him. I remember thinking, shit, I can't fight him, bro. I don't feel any violence in me at all. I feel at peace. I am walking on air. I can't do shit, bro. He can rob me right now. I won't be able to do anything. Oh, God, help me, please. And then I saw a police officer walking by, and I literally, like, the guy was about to turn around because he kept asking me, and I said, like, no, I don't have. But then he went and then he turned around, and I saw he was trying to, like, come back and, like, start, like, prodding at me and maybe robbing me. So I just followed the police officer, and the guy saw I was following the police officer, so he was like, "Fuck, I can't rob him," and then he went away. And this is actually the time where you could actually be in Kenya. You can't like weed is illegal and stuff, but in South Africa, they made it legal. So yeah, but for a certain age, I actually smoked weed for the year that they made it legal, but I was also it was so perfect because I smoked weed not only when they made it legal, but I was of the legal age to smoke weed in terms of the age that they made it legal for. So at the age that I was at, that year they said at this age and above, you can smoke weed in terms of your for your private use and everything. And immediately my friends took me like to like a roof outside of our college and stuff where like we paid like a guard over there, and then we went and then we smoked weed. But I smoked weed for the first time. That same day, all that shit happened. So even in terms of that police officer thing, in terms of the end, in terms of what Robin Williams said, I couldn't relate to it in terms of preparing myself to talk to a police officer while high. Maybe my friends could relate to it because they always had to like hide and dodge themselves because they were drinking and smoking weed and stuff and even doing cocaine. Some of them in high school, they were like doing like they were just being wild and young and all of that. So I've even been there when they've had like crazy experiences. And I was always the one. I don't drink. I don't smoke weed. I still have never drank. I've only smoked weed and stuff. Maybe they can relate. But I have been in a situation where I didn't want my mom's friend to know I was high when I went to go pick something up because I ate my first edible for the first time with my friends, and then me and like my other two friends, these other two girls, we drove all the way back to our neighborhood, and then like I went to go pick it up from my mom's friend. And I was always like I was constantly rehearsing in the car, rehearsing in the car, rehearsing in the car because I wanted to be as normal as possible. I didn't want her to know that I'm high and shit. So I can relate to that. And in terms of in terms of alcohol, I can't say nothing. Like I can relate in terms of like the way the public advertises alcohol is this as something like very wonderful and very this and very that, but then the results that you see in real life are always either disgusting or just they're not at all cool. I'll just say that they're not at all cool. Like my friends are always, I've said it before, my friends are always the ones who are like, yeah, you must drink, you must do this, this is cool, this is that, they trying to like put it as the staple. Oh, I was so fucked up last night, because I was always the one, whenever we'd go out, I'd be the only one who was sober and remembered everything, whereas all of them were getting drunk and stuff like that. So um, they always advertised it as something cool, but one of the reasons why I didn't drink is because one, my grandfather was like a reputed alcoholic, and it was like just a thing. My father didn't like it because he grew up with like an abusive alcoholic father, and then me like hearing the stories and all of that, I was also like, it doesn't seem like a good thing. And then when I saw my friends drinking and they were always advertising it as something cool, but they always vomiting everywhere and they always like puke in their hair and stuff, and like they always look just fucking terrible. Everything they did, even I almost never smoked weed until like I started watching Joe Rogan, and I was like, I'll try it out. But I almost never smoked weed because even my friends, the way they used to abuse weed and alcohol was just freaking, it was nuts, man. Everyone looked terrible. Boys, girls, everyone looked terrible. I was just like, man, you guys are not convincing me. I don't care if I'm not cool. You guys look fucking horrific, bro. I'm not doing any of this shit. You guys continue to do that. And yeah, those are my experiences with it. And that's all I have to say about what Robin Williams had to say, man. I agree on like a lot of points. But in terms of some points, I don't even disagree. It's just like I'm from a different setting. Like even especially in terms of the weed thing, I just said like by the time I started smoking weed and like taking edibles, I don't do it anymore. It was legal. Now I moved to Kenya, and even if I don't do it anymore, I technically shouldn't be doing it because in Kenya it's illegal and you can't go to jail. If I ever want to do that shit again, I need to move back to South Africa or come to America or some shit. Go to America or some shit. But that's been me, guys. Uh, Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry for rambling so much. I really like this a lot. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notifications, and you guys have a wonderful day.
Creeping hoes annoying. Cream or craw, I just tell my jaw till it's time to end all the threats. Fuck what you done said. I'm like fuck a bed, drum my chest, invest in your vest. Like I got your neck, I connect like I got